As we're underway in Week 13. Now Jones. Jones now on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins set to go on offense for the first time behind their 25-year-old quarterback, now in his fourth NFL season, Tua Tagovailoa.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's second down. You talk about this Washington defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago. And it was the pass rush that really... And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Jonathan Allen racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw. Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Daniels. And he fires one, but incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The kick by McManus is good, and the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive that'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there the last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
At the 32-yard line.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Tua going to throw. Short throw to Smith. Fights, accelerating, and off he goes. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Tua's throw complete there to Beckham. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rush, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as he'll get this up past the 40.
That's good for Commanders first down.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun. Daniels. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Daniels. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. That's the end of the
These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter down from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll run with Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken the lead.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Commanders 10, Dolphins 3.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard.
35-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Well, they'll send Adams in motion left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Bust through the tackle. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
The it's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Operating from the gun, Daniels buying time to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
What was that, Russ?
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
And they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. 50 catches for him now on the year. He's got a first down.
Partner, that's excellent timing right there. Breaking off the route and being able to hit it right when he stops.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! Jahan Dotson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Looking to pass. Tua able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
First down, Dolphins.
Up the middle, Achane. And a lane slowly materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Tua. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Short throw to Smith. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. Tua sets up to pass it, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Here's Tua. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. His throw incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Daniels. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. He's got a full head of steam on his horse. Touchdown, Washington. Nyheim Hines in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And he returns this to the 22. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the 3rd quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
On first down, Daniels, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On second down, Eckler. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35. The third down conversion successful. A gain of 11. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Running on first down, Eckler. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Daniels. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point from McManus is good, and they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now Jones. Jones now on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Still on his feet. inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the Washington offense going back to work. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Bradley Chubb came in and got him. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now it's right. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
This 2nd and 4.
At the 46-yard line.
Now a give, running left is Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Now 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa, and that's complete to Adams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run. Achane runs over it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Washington ready to try again on offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 29-yard line.
This is a counter play. Eckler, 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Returning here is Wright. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. From the gun, it's Tua. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8.
At the 41-yard line.
Tua going to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a 1st down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
That's caught at the 25. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. This is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Looking to throw on second down. Daniels. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Operating from the gun, Daniels. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Daniels. incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So Tua and the Dolphins down 31-28. A minute 54 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Tua into the hands of Beckham, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Throwing Tua. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now a throw here to his running back. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Here's Tua. Pass complete. It's Adams. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Now Tua. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Here's Tua. That'll be caught by Hill. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Charles, what a big drive late in the 4th quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the 4th quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
Sanders on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. McCaffrey on the return. This taken in right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And now it's Washington's turn. Trailing by 4. 30 seconds to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run. Back to throw. Pass complete to Hines, and he will get to the sideline here, but that a minimal gain at best. 3 yards, possibly 4. Here comes 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. And Dotson, he's got it. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Steps away to his left. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. What a thrilling fourth quarter this one was. Well, at least, I guess, if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a one-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
So for the Dolphins, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in